Plans Meet Paper, and today I'm here to film a pregnancy update for weeks 22 through 26 of my pregnancy. Overall, things have been going super well, super smoothly. So because they've been a little bit uneventful, I waited a little bit longer to film this update so I would have more to share with you guys. So to start off, I wanted to share kind of the highlights of what is going on with baby's development. So some of the main things that I've been taking away from reading about baby's development in the past couple weeks are that baby is developing more and more fat deposits underneath his skin, which is helping it become less transparent and also helping him to get to a healthy weight for birth. So that is good. Also something that's super cool is right around 25 weeks, the baby's brain is actually almost as much as it's going to be developed at birth. So it's almost completely done maturing in the womb at least. So his ability to process and remember voices and noises, as well as like stimulus from his surroundings, is pretty much where it's going to be when he's born, which is really, really cool and exciting that, you know, they're able to kind of process and remember so much even from within the womb. So that's getting me really excited, kind of thinking about the fact that he can hear my voice right now, he can hear my husband's voice, and hopefully he'll recognize and remember those once he is born. So that's super exciting. One other thing that is definitely just kind of starting to mature but has a long way to go yet are his lungs. So right around 25 weeks and 26 weeks, the lungs start to develop a lot of more blood vessels, which is one of the first steps for them to mature to being able to breathe on his own. The lungs are one of the last things that develop for babies in the womb, so they still have a lot to do in the next couple of weeks, but that's one of the first steps. So those are some of the major highlights of what's going on with baby's development over the last several weeks. Next, I'm going to talk a little bit about my symptoms. So I've been feeling really good overall. I feel very lucky. My second trimester has been going very well, overall pretty smoothly. Most of these symptoms I've been experiencing are just totally normal, just kind of annoying things, but nothing major. So a little bit of achiness and soreness, especially kind of in the hip and lower back area. I've also been experiencing, and this is probably one of my least favorite symptoms, a lot of skin issues all throughout my pregnancy, but especially also in the last couple of weeks. Lately, my skin has been just extremely dry, and I've also been struggling with hormonal acne since I got pregnant. So the combination of those two is kind of awkward and hard. For acne, I've been using the Belly products. It's B-E-L-L-I, and I get those on Amazon, so I will put a link for them down below. Recently, I've only been using the acne spot treatment. I have the face wash as well, but I haven't been using it because my skin has been so dry and I feel like it dries it out even more. So I haven't been using it, but the spot treatment does work pretty well for treating acne spots. I do not feel like it prevents them at all, which I don't know that anything would since it's very hormonal based, but it does help once they appear. So I've been using that and I do like it. It is a little bit expensive, especially compared to a lot of the acne products that you can find in a drugstore, but it's also one of the only ones that is really considered safe during pregnancy, so that is why I've been using it. So I'll put a link down below in case you want to check that out. I've also, with my dry skin, for the first time in my life, been experiencing eczema, which has been interesting, and I actually didn't even realize that's what it was at first. I kept getting this spot, I'm not sure if you can see it right now on this video, but I kept getting this kind of recurring red spot right underneath my eye, and it was like pink and really dry and almost like peeling or like flaky. And I have never had eczema before, so I was like, what is this? And I was trying all sorts of, you know, like Neosporin and different face creams and things, and nothing was really helping. And I was about to go to a dermatologist, but luckily one of my coworkers actually mentioned that she mentioned as she saw it that looked a lot like eczema. And so I tried just an over-the-counter eczema cream, and it's actually been helping a lot. I've been using the Aveeno Eczema Therapy Lotion, and it's just an oatmeal lotion, so it's super mild and safe for pregnancy, but it does help a lot. It clears up the spot within a few days, and then even if I keep putting it on after it's cleared up, it doesn't necessarily keep it from coming back. Again, I think it's totally hormone related, but it's nice that it does help treat it in the meantime. So those are some of the issues I've been dealing with, but nothing major. And my favorite symptom is I've been feeling a ton of movement. So the baby has been doing acrobatics in there, lots of kicks, lots of rolling around. I think I felt hiccups a couple times, which is very cool as well. And even though he tends to move the most right when I'm trying to fall asleep at night, I do not mind at all. I think that there's something so comforting to me about just feeling him move and knowing that he's okay and just kind of moving and grooving in there, that I just really, really enjoy that symptom. That's been my favorite of all the symptoms so far in pregnancy. Let's see, appointments and events is the next thing. So as far as appointments, I did have an OB checkup this week, or last week actually, during 25 weeks, and it went well. Everything's kind of looking good, right on track. Baby's heart rate was at 140 beats per minute, and my blood pressure is kind of holding steady at a good rate for now, so that's good. One thing that was kind of crazy is I haven't been to the doctor's office, the regular doctor OB, for like 6 weeks before that appointment. I had been to my specialist for my last kind of genetic counseling type appointments, but I hadn't been to my regular OB for quite a while. So the weight gain that I had between those two appointments kind of made me be like, whoa, I've gained a lot of weight. I haven't been keeping track of it real closely at home. I'm still definitely within the normal range. I've gained about 11 pounds from the beginning of my pregnancy up through 26 weeks. So I'm still within the normal range, but I think I would like to see it slow down just a little bit because over those 6 weeks I just packed on the pounds. I feel like my belly has been growing big time. So yeah, that's, kind of what's been going on with my appointments, and I'm gonna try to slow it down a little bit with the weight gain. I have been super hungry, which makes it a little bit challenging, so I'm just gonna try to make sure I'm eating healthy and nourishing my body. So that is what's going on with appointments. Luckily, in the past couple of weeks, both my mom and Kevin's mom were able to come out, and that was so much fun to be able to spend time with them and kind of experience pregnancy with them for a little bit. Both of them got to, see my belly bump in person, which I've never been pregnant before, so it was kind of fun for all of us to experience that. And then also they got to feel the baby kick. We got to do some kind of baby shopping and figuring some things out for the nursery, so that was really fun to do with them. Also, my sister-in-law sent a ton of clothes from my nephew as hand-me-downs for our baby, so that was so sweet of her and so sweet of my mother-in-law to bring it all out, and she had a bunch of things that she added into, so our nursery and our clothes stash and everything is really coming along, and it's making me so excited for baby boy to arrive. Yeah, it's just all of a sudden it feels very real and like it's just right around the corner, which is so exciting to me. We also had our first birth class this week. My husband and I went on Wednesday night last week, and it's about a 2.5-hour class every Wednesday night for the next 6 weeks. So it is a little bit of a time commitment, and we're just really looking forward to it overall. I think it's going to be worthwhile. I think there's going to be some good labor and delivery strategies that I'm going to be able to take away from it. As of right now, it is my plan to try and deliver naturally with no medication. I'm still learning a lot about all the different you know, pros and cons of different medical things that go with labor, and so I haven't made my mind up 100%, but I'm just trying to kind of gather all the information that I can and then make an informed decision with the understanding that I can't decide how things are going to happen, so things might have to change in the moment, but that's kind of where I'm at right now, and I'm really enjoying just learning more about the process and learning more about the amazing things that the female body is able to do pretty much totally on its own. Like, we have no control over what's going on and even during labor you have very little control over it. You're going to have a baby and it's all going to happen no matter what you do or don't do, which is actually oddly very comforting to me, to kind of just trust that your body knows what it's doing and that you're just along for the ride, and to try to kind of process it as best you can, but there's nothing that you can do that's gonna make it worse or better or whatever. It's just gonna be what it is. So that's where I'm at, and I'm excited to continue taking those birth classes. We're also gonna learn about newborn care and breastfeeding and lots of other topics for being expectant parents, so we're excited to just become more educated overall. The only other thing that kind of I've been doing and figuring out in the past couple weeks is I've been reading a lot of books about sleep strategies and parenting strategies and everything for babies. Again, just trying to be informed and kind of think about all the different options that are ahead of us. And like I said, same thing with birth. I feel like you never know what kind of baby your baby is going to be. You never know what your strengths and weaknesses as a parent are going to be. So the best that we can do is just to be educated and, you know, make the best decisions that we can for our families and for our loved ones. So that's where I'm at.